How are immigrants failures if the nation works against them? Quite an interesting question. And I do hope I'm going to spend a little time to dwell on this. And that I'm glad that in my concluding remarks, I, gave a few points relating to that. My good friend, please, from today, expunge from your faculties that the nation is working against you. No. I'm a Christian. The Bible tells me, since the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of God suffered violence, only violence taken by force. It's only a mindset. Today, you go to the UK since Brexit was voted. And what underlines Brexit? It's because immigrants were seen to be taking jobs that are meant for UK citizens. And that was essentially the underpinnings for Brexit. Today, the condition of the United Kingdom is very profound for the rest of the world. That just within 3 months or 2 months, they've had, changed governments. And those changes were occasioned by the economic realities in the UK. So do not think that, those environments you want to emigrate to, that the conditions are so perfect that you easily fit in. No. I've been privileged to travel. I've also had courses outside of this country. I have seen destitutes in the heart of Boston, where Kennedy School of Government, in fact, Massachusetts is actually a town. The university, Harvard University, is actually a town, more of its own. There are destitutes right there. Who asks, hello, can I get a quote, please? Can I get a quote, please? In the UK, they're everywhere. Yeah. So, if the conditions in those spaces were so perfect, how come there are destitutes? If those destitutes will have the mindset that, look, it's because government has worked against us, perhaps they may want to jabba. Let me also ask you. Let me also tell you. The issue of civil rights in America, I'm sure many of you are better schooled than I am regarding the issues of civil rights. What led to civil rights movements is because of segregation. Today, the issues of civil rights are not yet over. So, do not take the facial expressions, the aesthetics of what life is in some of those climes, and to think that government, their government, has worked for them. It will be a misnomer. So please, my good friend, the government has not worked against you. And that's why I like to encourage you to understand the problem of your environment and take measures as an emerging leader, as an entrepreneur, to do well, to be able to solve those problems. Let me tell you, do not, as you seek to be emerging leaders and entrepreneurs, whatever it is that is your value, do not pursue money. Do not pursue money. Do not pursue gains. No. Money certainly will pursue you when you create value. It is the value that you create that will make customers, clients to look for you. The quality of service, the quality of product, the quality of ideas is what will make people to seek you out. And when they seek you out, they are not going to get it for free. They are going to pay for those services. They are going to pay for those products. Within your organization, for you to stand out, the creativity in you, when it manifests, is what will make the top management to put a tag on you, to rise. If you get the script, of course, you'll be able to see a gentleman, Kurugana, I think that's his name, in Sony of Japan. It is by virtue of the value that he created, the innovation from his creativity, that led a transformation of Sony Incorporated, to which not only did he benefit economically, because we all want to be better off, but he went on to lead that organization. What more, benefits? What more reward could be much more than that? So I'm saying that you wanting to have an idea because you want to make money is not what matters. That is secondary. That shouldn't be your primary objective. Your primary objective is to create value. And the organization and the armed forces today that I lead, I look out for those who create value. I'm not looking out for those who are occupying space. It is not for you to occupy space. It is for you to create value. I'm looking out for those who are more efficient and effective, so that if I deploy them in a place, I have results. So it is results that give rise to reward. It is results. It's the result you have created. So please, I'm sorry I may have taken time, but the government certainly is not working. Who is government? We are government. We are government. Every one of us, we are government. Why? The democracy, the presidential system of government and democracy that we practice is defined as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And that's why next we're going into an election come 2023. So it is your choice to make. And I'm glad that Mr. President has also emphasized it severally, for you to know that you are a part of what the making of Nigeria, what it is. So if your perspective of leadership is those who are in elected position, you are failed. But even if that is, you are also a handwork, or if you like, an input to that outing. I do hope that the point is made. Now the next one, when innovation meets culture, the leaders at the top do not agree. Do we sacrifice innovation on the altar of obedience, or go ahead and push the cause for the good of the organization? Well, this is only this question, why I said you should single it out, is that this is a presumption. Now, there are organizations are peculiar. I also mentioned that organizations have culture. In the armed forces, there is a culture. So whatever your ideas are, it must fit into that culture, especially when it comes, you see, how do I, now, culture can change, but there are cultures that never change because they define the organization. The military as an establishment is such that it does not seek to know what your views are for it to be established. No. Otherwise, how do you tell someone that just outside of this door there is danger and he should go out to go and confront that danger that could cost his life? He will tell you that I have my own rights. My lawyer has not told me to do that. My parents have said I shouldn't do it. This is not what I'm meant to do. No. Are we on the same page? Yeah. So that's why I said this is presumptuous. But then, in an organization, ceteris paribus, you come in and there are within things that you can change. Any good idea, there's no top management what is sought that will not consider those ideas, except that you also have character traits, character issues, such that you want to push it down the throat of the top management. In such a case, of course, you are going to have a running battle with the top management. In fact, you will not even fit in. You will leave. So, I'm trying to say that discipline is also very necessary. You don't go about thinking that without you, the organization cannot exist. This is what you must understand. So, whatever your ideas are, there has to be a balance. Don't be among those who also groveling, who go around, broadcasting that, look, it is my ideas. Look at it, they now promoted him, they did not leave, they left me. Anyway, so I want to believe that the point is made. So please, your innovation, the fact that there's organizational culture does not mean that such cultures inhibit growth. No, it does not. But you need to also contextualize it, within limits of what. I mean, today I can't travel out of Nigeria without permission. None of the officers that are here, even the office, you can't travel out of Abuja without permission. You must be granted permission. You will now say, after all, it's not weekend, why can't I be free to do what I want? That is the kind of idea you are espousing here. No, that's not what we're talking about. There is a culture, a business culture. Yeah. You are to dress, there's a dress code. You say this dress is not fitting. It doesn't suit my style. Look at this gentleman, please stand up. You with beard, no. See, look at his beard, for God, it's not beautiful. No, not you. You don't have now. Look at his beard. It's not a handsome man. But have you seen any of us haven't? Apart from some who are in the ship. Please sit down, thank you. So, you can't say, I love keeping beards. So why would you not allow me to keep beards in the army or in the military? So, which means your own individual ideas, they are cross properties with the culture of that organization. So please understand that as you talk about culture and innovation, it must be properly situated in that sense. So now, how does one survive in an environment that does not suit your ideology? And I think this is closely linked with this question that I've just touched on, and even the earlier on, which I've also indicated. Your ideology, you only talk about your own ideology if it's your own organization. You can't, it is the ideology of that organization that attracted you in the first place. So don't get there and then create another ideology. So let us get it right. It is like now. Today in Nigeria, there are those who are giving us problems. There are those who are giving us problems who believe that they should carry arms when Constitution did not authorize them. There are those who want to, make us to lead them to live the kind of life they want to live. That is against the Constitution. There are those there are national values that we have. The Constitution spells out those values. Now, if you begin to now say, after all, it's a free world, you begin to work at cross purposes with the objectives of states as established in the Constitution, then you are a deviant. So also it is for organization. There are organizational deviants. You can't fit in. Are we following? So, the ideology, like Boko Haram ideology, is one, all those funny ideologies. That's why we are fighting them, because they don't want to have peace. But once you drop your arm, you become a free person. You join the rest of us. But you cannot compel us to do what you want. And you carry arm, you believe you should go to kill, and everybody should leave you. No, we will go after you and will hound you. Because you are working, your ideology does not suit within the framework of the Constitution that establishes us as a nation. So in the same way, for you, the ideology you are talking about, if it's across purposes with the ideology of the organization, of course you are not going to have it easy. So the best thing for you is to go and create your own organization. So I do hope that the intent is for you to, sometimes there are ideas that we have, but not until you're able to, match it up with other ideas, then you may not realize that you're actually derailing. So I'm hopeful that the rest of the day, and of course tomorrow, that every one of you you build your capacities such that when whatever organization you find yourself, or even the one you're going to create, it will be a top-notch organization, and a organization that stands out, that will be a reference point both nationally and globally. I wish you the very best. God bless you.
Please, what did they say about standing ovation? Thank you so much, sir.